Tina and I have been together for 20 years. Our marriage has had its share of ups and downs. We've even gone through a divorce. Yes, you heard right. Tina and I have been married to each other twice.
And through it all, we've learned that our relationship can only grow with God in the middle, bringing us together on purpose, in purpose, for His divine purpose.
So now we're sharing our story with the goal to encourage and inspire other married couples to love each other as God loves them.
Our family is reconciled. Our relationship is stronger than it's ever been.
Because we know with God in the middle of it all, we can handle anything.
We're not perfect, but we're perfect for each other.
And that's the beauty of it. Because with His love and our love, it's all love. Good morning, everybody. Glad you're back on this fine Saturday morning. I'm Brian. How you doing? And this right here is the praying machine, y'all. Y'all, absolutely. She prays without ceasing. She prays for the family. She prays for me. Super awesome. And she prays so beautifully. And if you know, you know. This is my practicing prayer partner, my wife, Christina. Could you please say hi to the people?
Hello to the people. Thank you guys for tuning in. I missed y'all. Y'all miss us? I missed them.
I missed them too.
I missed y'all.
But I think I did the last episode by myself, so I think I missed you more.
Aww.
Good night, everybody.
I missed you too. I missed being here, but I needed a much needed break. So
absolutely, and she got that. We got some housekeeping to do real quick. On our last love episode, I did mention that Christina is in a Supermom contest. And let's just, give a little bit of the highlight. She has been in first place since the beginning of this contest. Yeah, she may have dropped maybe the third or whatever the case may be. But when it counted, she was number one. And because she's been number one this whole time, I am happy to announce that Christina, my prayer partner right here, she is now in the quarterfinals in the national voting for the Supermom contest. Now, I want to say this right quick, right now, right to you. I don't care what that contest say. I don't care. Say whatever they want. You Supermom. Regardless, you are Supermom.
That. I appreciate that.
However, when she wins the Supermom contest, she'll have an article about her in the Women's World magazine. She'll have a trip for two.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
For Palm Springs for a weekend getaway. And also a little bit of spending money in the form of, a little something called $20,000.
That's a nice coin.
That's a super dope blessing for a super dope person, which you obviously deserve, hands down. I mean, the recognition already. But yeah, you're right. It is some super good coin. And having that kind of coin in your pocket never hurt nobody. You feel me? So what we need from you all is to continue to share the love. Vote for my sweets. We're going to put the barcode up so that you can still vote. Now, the voting has calmed down for the weekend, which is cool. It's about to be Memorial Day and everything like that. It'll come back on the 27th. So we need y'all back up and running on the 27th. The barcode will flash throughout this love episode. It'll also be in the comments. You can catch it. The link will be in the comments. You can catch it. We need y'all to continue to vote. You can always vote for free once every 24 hours. Or you can donate to Children's Miracle Network. Each dollar you donate will be an extra vote for Christina. So if you donate 5, then that's 5 extra votes. If you donate 10, that's 10 extra votes. If you donate, let's say, 100, that's 100 extra votes. Just throwing it out there. Show my sweets some love and continue to keep those votes coming.
Amen. I think that's cool.
It is cool.
That's cool.
It is cool. And I want to be able to take that picture, selfie, and be like, pow, and then put it on Facebook and say, I'm sitting with Supermom. You know what I mean? We're going to have that happen. Another praise report that we have, our son, Mr. Brian K. Jackson the third. His behaviors are calmed down, y'all.
Yeah.
My man is real cool now, right? We've been very intentional about giving him everything he needs.
Yeah.
Keeping him and his routine regulated, and putting him on a solid schedule. We're back to the way Brian is now, so to a point where we can walk with him outside, get out there, get some fresh air, get his legs moving. You know, me and him, we walking outside and he waving hi to the ladies. He's doing his thing.
He's waving to the ladies.
He's doing his thing, and I can't be more prouder of him. So it's just super great to see that. And even his teachers.
Yeah.
Even his teachers are saying he's doing well. So if y'all could drop in the comments, I'm proud of you, little Brian. Just so he can feel the love from y'all too. He's doing well and he's getting better.
Yes, he's doing well. It's real challenging when you have two special needs kids, and just like any other parents, we all go through the same things. It's just for us, it's a little more unique. Our kids are getting older. Our son is getting older, so the challenges and the things that are going on with his body and his communication is different.
He's growing.
So he's teaching us how to be patient and learn. We're learning and have learned how to be patient and loving and just flexible.
And find better ways to communicate with him. Because we talk about studying each other. Yeah, we got to study my man twice as hard,
Yeah, so that he can have everything that he needs. So it's an honor to be parents to two unique children, and I'm just really happy that and just grateful that God would allow them to be in our lives and we are their parents, because every special needs child does not get parents that are involved and so loving. So I'm definitely grateful that God lent them to us.
I would say, we've said it already, that it takes special people to raise special children.
Yeah.
I will go a step further and say it takes a super mom. Yep, you see what I did there.
I saw you just brought it all the way back.
It takes a super mom, and what a good segue to put the barcode back.
Oh, there we go. But I appreciate your support, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't do this all by myself. I need you, and you need me, and we're better together.
Facts.
Because it's all love.
Yep.
Let's get down this road, because I could talk about
what are we getting down?
Road.
Is that what they say in the South?
That's what they say in Cali.
How do you spell road? Is that Ara-O?
Let's get down this road, because I could talk about my kids all day. But that's not what we're here for.
My grandfather used to say road.
Road?
Yeah, he was like, road. We got to get down the road. It was like, all right.
I like the way it sounds. Get down this road.
All right, so Tina said to get down this road, so we're going to get down this road and talk about something that we heard. A question that comes up from women to the men, from the wife to the husband, and it's usually asked, where are we going? Where are we going? Or, has God spoken to you about the direction we're supposed to move together as a family?
Right.
Excuse me. I want to dive into that just a little bit, talk through it, see what we can come up with, because it's said that it's pressure being put on men when these questions are asked from their wives. And is it really pressure? And that's what we want to break down in this love episode entitled Follow the Leader. Where are we going? What are we doing? How long is it going to take us to get there? All good questions.
True.
And it's not just the kids asking that in the back of the seat while you're driving across. Are we there yet? Nah. These are really good questions that the wife asks the husband. But there's this air of, is it pressure? Let me ask you, Christina, why do you ask me these questions?
I needed to know where we was going. I think that's why I really like purpose. The word purpose is my favorite word. And I think it's because of how God created me. Now, I didn't fully understand why I was asking you all those questions when we first got married. It was just the need to know, like, what direction are we going? What do I do? Like, how do I help? And it's just something that God built in me to want to help. Now, my question for you though is with the question you mentioned pressure. Is it really pressure, or is it that you were like wanting to make the right decision? Like if you say, okay, this is what God is saying, were you feeling like, I don't know if I really heard from God, or was this me? Is this God? Is it like a tug of war between that?
Well, if I'm being real, and just between me and you, I used to consider it pressure, for real. I used to consider it pressure. Okay. And honestly, not only pressure, but it used to get on my nerves. Like, you would ask, and I take it as you're being nosy. Not like you're trying to help, but you're like, where are we going? Why are we out there? Where are we going? And whatever. And I never took it as you're trying to figure it out to get that security that women like to have, right? If you know what's going on, you can be secure in what's up, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going? To Food Lion. For what? Cereal. Fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it used to be so nagging because if I'm being real, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm just be straight. I wasn't asking God where's the family going, and He wasn't telling me because I wasn't asking. So I don't ask. He doesn't tell what's for us or what He has for us. Because for me, if I ask God and He tells me, now I'm like, okay, how do I make this happen? How do I lead? Who's going to teach me how to lead?
Right.
How do I go about asking for help on how to lead? And who do I ask to help me lead? And all these are, questions that are going through my head. But one thing that really stood out to me was, if I ask somebody, how do I lead? Does that mean I'm no longer the leader because they're telling me which way to go, which means they're the leader, right?
That's a good question.
And essentially, that should be the case. Because if I'm talking to God, He's supposed to be telling me. But I'm looking at it from a male's perspective, like, I don't need another man telling me how to lead my family, in essence, having him lead my family.
Yeah.
So I would stay quiet and try to figure it out. Christina would ask me, you would ask me, and I would say, either, I haven't heard from God yet, He ain't said nothing. Or I'd be like, yeah, I heard from Him. And Christina's like, what'd He say?
Hello? I would sit back and wonder from time to time, why doesn't He know where we're going? Like, what's up? Like, He's supposed to be the leader of our home, so it was causing issues with my trust. Because if you didn't know where we were going, then it was like, how am I supposed to trust what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? So I just, I didn't know what to think or what to do. I know that God would speak to you if you would listen, but I didn't know how to navigate through that. So even though there were good questions, the questions were being asked almost rudely.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, you didn't have to answer that quickly.
I 100% agree.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready for that. Absolutely.
Absolutely, I agree.
It just showed that my attitude was a little off, and it showed my disdain towards you when you didn't have the answers. And I was just like, well, I'm not supposed to be the one to go get him. Why don't you go get him and bring him back so we can move forward? And then it was just starting to get this irritation that I was having. So,
but a sorry leader will look at it like that, and a sorry leader would try to avoid the situation. So if I'm not asking God, then that means I can't be accountable to what He's going to have for me. And I can't, and I don't have to be accountable for delivering that message to make sure that everybody's doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? Like people that go to sleep a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to avoid that situation, or people that, do other things or have these vices to avoid situations or whatever the case may be. It's just an avoidance tactic, and that's a sorry leader. And let's just be real. I was being a sorry leader. When I look back on my leadership, I was actually leading the family like Moses, in that I wasn't being a good follower. When I did ask God, inconsistently, when I did ask God, what does he want for us? What does he want from us? There were times where he would show me, but instead of saying, okay, I would say, okay. Like I'm questioning him, like, you want me to go that way for real? Instead of, all right, we're going that way. Right. And I would try to correlate my humanistic analytics into spiritual awareness. I was trying to say, if I know why from you, God, then I can make the move. It's like the same thing that we do at work. We don't want to push the red button until we know why. Yeah. Because we want to make sure that the leader, supervisor, boss, whatever you want to say, manager, is not going to lead us down the wrong path. We're trying to ask for rationale, but we're actually questioning the situation to make sure that we stay out of trouble. But what I'm doing, and the reason why this kind of method doesn't work in the spiritual world, is because I am now questioning God's leadership, basically saying, I think you, God, are going to lead me wrong. So where's my faith? Where's my belief in God won't lead me wrong? And here's another thing that I've learned about this whole situation, and it's the first part of Philippians 2 and 3, where it says, do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit. And so if I'm not asking God, I got to figure it out on my own. And if I figure it out on my own, you ask me and I figure it out on my own and it works, do you know you can never question me ever again? Like, you can never ask me, like, Brian, where we, I made it work. We're going to do this. No questions asked.
Wow.
And it doesn't work like that.
Wow. That can be confusing for a helpmeet.
Yeah.
That can be super confusing for a helpmeet. If you do things that way, your helpmeet is not able to walk in purpose,
right?
Which is what God created a woman for.
Right.
We're supposed to be your helper. I'm supposed to be your helper and help you. In Genesis 2 and 18, it spells it out clearly. Clearly, the foundation of why I was created for you and why you were created for your husband. It reminds me of the, if you think about it, like you got a GPS system and you have a destination.
Yep.
God's telling you, hey, this is where you're going. He's told him where we're going. Okay, but sometimes that GPS system has to recalculate, has to take a detour and make sure that we're still on the same path.
But why does the GPS have to recalculate?
You may have made a wrong turn.
You made a wrong turn, or you didn't listen specifically to the instructions that were given.
Because look at what happens when you're using the GPS. You don't turn on the Oh, this is good. You don't turn on. No, because I was thinking about what I was going to say before I said it. But you don't turn on the GPS. Look at it one time, and you know where you're going. You have to keep checking.
And follow.
You have to keep
checking
looking. Your
GPS just to see if you stay on course.
Yes. So as the wife, I have to keep checking. I have to keep asking.
Where are we going?
What are we doing?
Are we still on course? And that ties into what I was told a long time ago, which was to lead the ship. We're on the water. There's a vessel. It's going somewhere. There's a captain on there, right?
Right.
You got to lead it. But the way I took it was, I'm in charge. So what I say goes. Just like I said, if I figure it out and it works, don't ask me nothing else.
Right.
Just do what I say, right?
Right.
But that's not all the way accurate. We're Team Jackson, right?
Right.
All the way through and through.
All day.
So using this naval metaphor, if I'm the captain of the ship, then my orders come from the admiral,
Right.
right?
Right.
I have orders to follow as well as orders to give.
Okay.
But you have a super important part in all of this. On the USS BNC Jackson, right?
I see what you did there.
Thank you. You have an important
Brian and
part
Christina. Okay.
in all of this. And like you mentioned,
Uh-huh.
you're the navigator.
Right.
You're following the GPS. You're making sure that the plan is mapped out, the plot is charted, the course is there. You're
Right.
trying to make sure that we're going to avoid any hiccups while we're on the sea.
Right.
You know, any rough patches, any weather issues, or anything like that. We're trying to avoid all of those things. In other words, the navigator helps the captain carry out the orders of the admiral. And it goes back to what you were saying about Genesis. Man wasn't supposed to be here by himself. He was put here with a helpmeet.
Right.
We got to navigate this thing together. So the
That's right.
questions you're asking, where are we going, isn't meant to be pressure. It really isn't.
No.
But if you are looking at the map, you're paying attention to the map, and you're like, hey, El Capitan, are we still on course?
Those questions are help to mature you, mature me, because it helps me to follow and trust you, and it's helping you to get in the face of God more in relation to what direction that this family is supposed to go in.
It says it in Acts 20 and 24, but I do not count my life of any value nor as precious to myself. Stop right there, meaning it ain't about me.
Right.
I'm not the one giving the instructions. I'm not the one saying, do as I say. It's not about that, brothers. But going on, if only I may finish my course and the ministry that I received from the Lord Jesus to testify to the gospel of the grace of God. There's a course that all of us are on. There's a path that is laid out for all of us, and we have to follow it. And for you married men out there, you got to listen to the helpmeet. You got to listen to the navigator. She's got the map. She's like, we should not go this way. Because as we're praying and we're asking and seeking God, guess who else is praying and asking and seeking God?
Your prayer partner.
Your,
That's right.
Your prayer
So
partner.
then the ladies get together and say, aye, aye, Captain.
Oh my God.
Aye, aye.
Don't do that.
What? Aye, aye, Captain. Isn't that how they
Saluting
do
all
it?
wrong. You're saluting all wrong.
I'm saluting
You're
wrong.
still saluting wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Anyways, that should be our response. That we are lined up. Aye, aye, Captain. I don't know. I've never been a soldier.
Don't
so
say
I
it
don't-
like it. I was just saying. I thought we rehearsed this a little bit better than what we did.
But in all seriousness, I should be able to always be a help to him. And that is, we've talked about it before, where we honor, we encourage, we love, and we walk in purpose with our husband.
Yep.
That's the help. That's what God showed me is my help for my husband. We help each other do what God has called us both to do. And guess what? You can't do that if you're arguing. You can't do that if you're having silent arguments. You can't do that if you're questioning his leadership and if he's not listening to his help. We got to do this thing together. We have to trust God. I have to trust the God that's in him. He surrendered his life over to the Lord. Does he get it right all the time? No. Do I get it? Do I get it right? Don't mess up what I'm trying to say. Do I get it right all the time? No. But that's where grace comes in. We talked about that. I think it was on Sunday, where grace and mercy follows you. Mm-hmm. So if you're not feeling that the grace is with you, turn around. Hey, come on, grace. Come on, mercy. Trust your husband. Trust that he is submitted to God. Trust that he's following. You can follow him as he follows Christ.
Good segue, because if I'm being a good leader, I'm being an even better follower.
Yeah.
So here's how it should flow. If you're asking where we're going, I should be praying and seeking God and asking God, what do you want from us? What do you want for us to do? Where do you want us to go? And there should be no question about it, because I should have been with God long enough to know that he won't steer me wrong, that he won't lead me astray or put me in a bad situation where I'm giving faulty information to my family and it's all coming from him, right? If it's all coming from him, it's perfect. We just have to move in that excellence and you know, keep everything on course.
Right.
My trust should be in him so deep that when he's done talking, I'm the one saying, "Aye, sir." Now, that's how you're supposed to do it. It's just, "Aye, sir." That's it. You know, "Oh, yeah, sir." Whatever. I don't know what you were doing, but it's just you just say, "Aye, sir."
Where did I come from?
I don't know, but and relaying these instructions. Once I get it from him, I get the download. I should be relaying these instructions in such a way that you know it's from him. So, like you said, trusting the God in me. You're not listening to Brian. You're listening to what God said to Brian.
Right.
Ephesians 6:19 and 20 says, "And also for me, that the words may be given to me in opening my mouth boldly to proclaim the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that I may declare it boldly as I ought to speak." So if I'm really in tune with what God is telling me, I should be able to say, "Hey, Team Jackson, this is where we're going." And Christina should be able to map out the course for us and say, "Done.
Yeah.
We got it. We're moving." So to sum it up, you're asking where are we going? I ask God, "What do you want? Where do you want us to go?" God gives the direction. And then I come back to you and say, "Here's where we're going." And our communication throughout this whole thing, because I'm praying, she's praying, we're leaning on each other. She found some, like I said, some hazards and we need to plot and maybe turn here and move there. And we're doing this together. Our communication will show if we're able to keep this ship going in the right way and even afloat as we're supposed to by your navigation and by my direction, because they're both coming from God.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Especially when you go to God for direction. I should be waiting patiently and praying for you.
Right.
So that I can trust God, you can trust God, and we don't have to figure things out on our own. It says in Proverbs 3, verse 5 through 6, trust God from the bottom of your heart. This is in the Message Bible. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything that you do. Going back to the GPS, I like how you use the GPS. He normally uses the GPS and turns on the voice.
Oh, absolutely.
So that you can hear the voice of God, so you know what direction to go. Anyways, back to the scripture. Everywhere you go, he's the one who will keep you on track. Don't assume you know it all, because you do not. You do not.
Run to God.
We grow, we mature. You know what you know. You know what God told you to do. He said what he said. Now do it.
And that's what it is. And that's our time.
Oh, really?
That's it.
We got some more time.
We mapped out the course. We followed it. We're about to dock the boat.
All right.
That's where we're at. And we just want to thank you guys.
Sir.
Oh, God, stop doing that.
I said what I said.
But you're saluting wrong, man.
How do you
You know,
salute?
if you salute wrong, it's offensive.
How do you say?
Put your hand down.
There's no.
Absolutely. Put your hand down.
Put your hand down.
If you salute wrong, it's offensive. My apologies go out to all the servicemen and women out there. She does not know how to
Thank you for
salute.
your service.
But I do.
Trying to make a joke
So,
of it,
You know what I mean?
but I just thought it was
Don't
nice
salute
to
like
say.
that. Can't salute.
So
like
it's
that.
just I, not I,
I mean,
I,
there's
not
well,
two eyes.
Let's just move on. We're gonna move on. We are going to move on.
I'm gonna learn how to salute y'all.
we just want to thank y'all for coming through the hang. It's a good conversation to have, man, because look, it's not pressure. It's not pressure. It is accountability and it is responsibility, but it's no pressure. The pressure's on God to give you the right course. So all you got to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And while you're doing that, go ahead and share the love and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by going to our handle at It's All Love 109. You can also follow us on Facebook using our handle at It's All Love 109. You can also go to our website, www.itsallove109.com, where you can catch up on all the love episodes. We're about to put up the Coach's Corner, where we put a few tips and tricks and pointers for marriage. All of that good stuff is coming. So be ready for it. She's going to do her thing. Go ahead.
And we have books. Ladies and gentlemen, be blessed. That's all I was going to say.
I appreciate all the support, all the love for the book sales. We've been doing tremendous. We still have a few books left, and we're ordering some more. So if you want to get your hands on a book, just let me know. You can go to our website, order from there. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Give us a shout out. Say what you say. And say it like you mean it, right? Christina, if you would do us a favor and do what you do so well, and that's pray us out.
I sure can. We pray that you've been blessed by what you've heard today, and you were able to see the love in the middle of it all. We pray that the love shown to all of us by Jesus, you could show that same love to your spouse, knowing that you can love them because he first loved you.
If you can remember this, with you, your spouse, and God all on the same team, it's all love. Well, y'all go out, have a good time. It's Saturday.
Yes, happy Memorial Day weekend.
Happy Memorial Day. Go have some fun. It's the kickoff to the summer. Go have fun. We about to have fun ourselves. We'll see you.
Bye now.